compare it with Lunchables in Singapore. This is still moldy. This one's moldy. This one's moldy. This one's moldy. They're all moldy, bro.
And if there's videos and pictures of the wells being built and that's different. So where are they?
MrBeast sold about $200,000 worth of these.
There's one version of this story where a single guy somehow has the worst business luck imaginable. Every partner supposedly turns on him, every factory somehow lets him down, and every crypto wallet seems to start moving money like it has a mind of its own. At least that's the story his team keeps pushing. But once you put the receipts next to each other, those random coincidences start looking a little too perfectly lined up. And according to CoffeeZilla, actual crypto money is now part of the controversy too. We're talking about a restaurant chain facing complaints that some food arrived barely cooked, a lunchbox allegedly developing something seriously nasty inside a sealed package, and 3 separate token deals where the value reportedly crashed after wallets linked to his side had finished selling. When each issue gets examined on its own, the details start getting messy fast.
Quote, these investments were made and managed in consultation with industry experts to ensure full compliance with all appropriate rules and regulations. The wallet is not owned or managed by Jimmy, but rather a fund led by respected and sophisticated managers. The fund closely evaluated and scrutinized hundreds and hundreds of opportunities, which resulted in several investments. Some have been more successful, others less, and others still works in progress. The fund's investment strategies apply the same rigorous standards as many other experienced investors, and because regardless of your intentions, selling tokens within a month of your 2-month charity auction is wrong, stupid, and unethical? Yes, I think that as well.
At some point, calling everything bad luck starts getting harder to buy, especially when the same kind of questions keep showing up. And that doesn't even touch the charity side of the story yet, where a separate stack of unanswered questions has quietly been building. But the clearest place to start is crypto, because that's where the timeline gets seriously interesting. During the NFT gold rush, when anybody with a flashy profile picture suddenly acted like a Wall Street genius, MrBeast was publicly hyping CryptoPunks to millions of people. What viewers didn't see, according to CoffeeZilla, was another project called Super. CoffeeZilla reports that MrBeast sold roughly $200,000 worth of those tokens after allegedly putting $100,000 into the project during its pre-sale, before most regular buyers even knew the name existed. CoffeeZilla also says he traced a wallet linked to MrBeast receiving millions of Super tokens as they unlocked, followed by aggressive selling. That timeline raises some pretty serious questions. The timing is the part that really makes people's eyebrows do gymnastics.
YouTube personality MrBeast is taking his show to the courtroom as he sues the company that provides food for the restaurants that bear his name. MrBeast's real name is James Donaldson. He partnered with Virtual Dining Concepts in 2020 to provide food for his MrBeast branded fast food chain. But Donaldson claims things went terribly wrong after Virtual Dining Concepts delivered food that customers labeled inedible. He's filed a lawsuit asking for damages, claiming the poor condition of the food served in his name has damaged his reputation. Photos of Beastburgers that appear to be uncooked have appeared on social media, one calling the burger wasted money.
He tweeted one word, super, to an audience basically the size of a small country. And according to CoffeeZilla's reporting, tokens connected to the situation were being sold shortly afterward. People can spin that timeline however they want, but from the outside, it's easy to see why critics thought the whole thing looked seriously questionable. Then came the questions, and his side reportedly kept giving basically the same polished explanation. Run that through a street translator and it sounds something like, it wasn't Jimmy, it was a fund managed by professionals. Fair enough, but critics still wanted to know why those professional decisions appeared to line up so neatly with his public activity. And when CoffeeZilla says he approached the team with direct questions about the transactions, he claims the detailed answers never came.
Reviews on YouTube haven't been much better.
I'm gonna take one more bite just to give him another chance. Oh, no, that's just disgusting. The meat has like a weird aftertaste. Like it almost kind of tastes like sausage.
These onions are raw. These are not caramelized onions. I feel deceived and I'm no longer as excited as I was before I opened this, but I'm still gonna eat them and hope that they're delicious.
It was everywhere.
Pretty good, you know.
That's good.
That's fine.
It's not bad at all.
He even opened a physical location which over 10,000 people came.
Instead, the biggest questions were seemingly left hanging in the air. Then came months of silence, according to CoffeeZilla. A pretty strange look for someone whose public brand is built around cameras, big explanations, and answering things with a smile. But Super isn't even the most controversial part of this crypto story. The next chapter centers on a token connected to a charity auction promoting his own ocean cleanup campaign, and that's where the questions get even heavier. People could place bids using the exact same coin that CoffeeZilla says his fund was holding. And according to CoffeeZilla, right in the middle of that 2-month charity auction, the fund allegedly sold around $2 million worth of the token. He argues that the selling hammered the price and left other buyers holding tokens worth far less. Not before the fundraiser, not after it, right in the middle. Then CoffeeZilla says a similar issue surfaced for a third time with XCAD. In that case, XCAD's founder reportedly told CoffeeZilla there had been heavy selling from a wallet connected to MrBeast's team. That gives critics 3 deals and 3 timelines they say deserve serious answers. Their allegation is that a massively trusted internet name helped generate attention while connected wallets sold into that excitement.
Stop scrolling. I just dropped a brand new app and you can win lots of money. And all you have to do is put your finger on the app like this. And the last person to take their finger off the app wins $25,000. The competition starts in 8 days. You can be in practice mode right now and, get some training in. If you're the last to take your finger off this app, you win $25,000. Good luck.
Though that interpretation remains disputed, not proven fact. And then there's Beastburger. It launched with huge confidence, like the restaurant game had already been cracked without needing a traditional restaurant empire. Suddenly, Beastburger seemed to be everywhere. A nationwide food chain with basically no kitchens of his own. On paper, it sounded like pure upside. The whole pitch was ridiculously simple. Hundreds of ghost kitchens, one insanely famous name, and that name handled almost all the marketing. Beastburger wasn't just big. For a while, it felt like the thing was absolutely everywhere. And initially, people bought into it because they trusted the MrBeast name enough to order from virtual restaurants they may have known almost nothing about. But you can scale hype overnight. Quality control is a completely different beast. Eventually, MrBeast sued Virtual Dining Concepts, the company behind the food operation, alleging that poor quality meals had damaged his reputation. By that point, customer photos and videos claiming to show pale or undercooked burgers were already spreading all over social media. That's the massive risk with the ghost kitchen model.
For several reasons. One, I don't have nutrition facts for each part of the kits. For example, how many calories come from Feastables versus the food component. Second, some of the portion sizes aren't the same. The turkey cracker kit from Lunchables is 82 grams, while Lunchleys is 72 grams. 3, there are so many varieties of Lunchables.
When your name is on the box, but somebody else controls the kitchen, every bad meal still lands right at your doorstep. And it didn't take long for that backlash to hit. Social media timelines started filling up with customer photos of gray-looking chicken, buns that appeared to be growing fuzzy jackets, and burgers that looked like they'd been slapped together during a blackout by somebody who had only heard a burger described over the phone. But the MrBeast name made every complaint hit differently. His face was right there on the box, so customers weren't treating these like ordinary bad restaurant reviews. Some felt like they were calling out a creator they had trusted, supported, and defended in comment sections for years. That personal connection turned a messed up food order into something way bigger. Because when people buy something based on trust in your name, the disappointment lands on your reputation too. What started as angry customer complaints quickly blew up into a full-on reputation crisis. Then Virtual Dining Concepts hit back with a massive $100 million countersuit, alleging that MrBeast was actually the one who abandoned the partnership. Suddenly, the burger drama wasn't just playing out in comment sections anymore. It had turned into an expensive legal showdown, with both sides pointing fingers. And that fight exposed a bigger weakness critics had been talking about from the jump. Beastburger was a viral internet concept trying to operate at the scale of a traditional restaurant empire without having the same control over every kitchen. But instead of the MrBeast machine slowing down, another massive experiment was already waiting around the corner. That brings us straight to Finger on the App. Bigger prize, bigger crowd, and this time, reports of bots and exploits crashed the party fast. Jailbroken phones, automated scripts, and tools designed to game the competition started getting attention online. Meanwhile, real players were literally keeping their fingers pressed to their phones for hours, competing against software that doesn't get tired, doesn't sleep, and definitely doesn't need a bathroom break. Then the servers struggled under the massive demand, and suddenly the whole thing looked painfully familiar. Another killer internet concept had run straight into the messy reality of operating something at enormous scale, with users quickly finding weaknesses nobody wanted them exploiting. Then came Lunchly, and the controversy got even more serious. The product was marketed as an alternative to other grab-and-go lunch kits, with its creators emphasizing certain nutritional differences. But once customers and critics started flipping those boxes around, comparing nutrition labels and questioning the marketing, that shiny, better option image started taking some very public hits. Critics quickly pointed out that the ingredient list looked suspiciously close to the same ultra-processed products Lunchly was being positioned against. That's a pretty wild contrast for something marketed as a better option, and people wasted no time calling it out. Then came the mold reports, and things got nasty fast. Multiple creators posted videos appearing to show them opening sealed Lunchly packages that were still within their printed dates, only to find visible fuzz and apparent mold on the cheese inside. One streamer reportedly bought dozens of Lunchly boxes specifically to prove the internet was overreacting, only to allegedly find the same issue in box number 22. As plot twists go, that's almost too perfect, even if it definitely wasn't funny for the person opening it. And that's why critics didn't treat the reports like some tiny packaging mistake. If mold is found in a sealed product before its printed date, that raises obvious questions about manufacturing, storage, or quality control. Those questions matter even more for a grab-and-go lunch product marketed toward families and commonly associated with school lunchboxes. Then came reports and online speculation about stores pulling or moving Lunchly products from shelves. Recall rumors started flying across social media, while the company publicly pushed back on claims that there had been an official recall. But this time, critics weren't just pointing at some invisible factory partner.
I think how we're doing the first is the not.
These are molded. Okay, so these ones are supposed to be good until December, and we just got them from the store. It says used by December 8th, 2024, and today's date is October 16th. So these are supposed to be good for like another 2 months. This is molded. That's mold. This is not safe, especially like kids that are so young. They may not know what mold looks like, so they might just eat it.
And there's mold.
Why is there mold in the Lunchly?
Oh my god, it's actually disgusting.
Epic ingredients. This is mold in the cheese, and this is really unhealthy. You should not eat molds. I don't know if this is an issue in their recipe development or packaging. I think it's a packaging issue. The sealant here feels really cheap, like whatever is holding this on the top. It is not vacuum tight. I'm gonna make these pizzas anyway.
A lot of that frustration landed directly on MrBeast. Why? Because he had personally put his face, name, and massive audience behind Lunchly while promoting its nutritional advantages over competing lunch kits. Critics argued that when you sell the better option message, that aggressively people are going to expect serious quality control behind the packaging. So when mold allegations started circulating, the branding became part of the controversy too. And somehow, that still wasn't the wildest PR gamble waiting around the corner, because then came Beastland. And calling Beastland a bold move might be putting it lightly. The project's Saudi Arabia partnership immediately drew criticism because of the country's extensively documented human rights record. Critics also connected the deal to broader accusations of sports washing and reputation building through massive entertainment, sports, and celebrity partnerships, an interpretation Saudi officials have pushed back against. That backlash hit differently from the burger complaints or the app disaster. This wasn't a busted server or somebody else cooking a bad meal. Critics argued that it went straight to the heart of the MrBeast brand.
Yep, fatal mold is growing in specifically children's foods all across the US, and the FDA will not stop this. Parents were shocked after viral videos showed MrBeast, KSI, and Logan Paul's Lunchly being exposed with alleged blue mold spores forming in their cheeses, making not only the cheese allegedly unsafe to eat when you see it, but a lot of mold gets hidden in the middle of the cheese, making it impossible to detect, and it's being consumed and distributed in over 1,000 different retailers across the US to specifically kids. Mass people were dumping out their Lunchly in fear of what fatal diseases this would cause, as reports show if ingested, children could experience vomiting, nausea, diarrhea, trouble breathing, skin breaking out, and if young enough, death. And if you experience any of these symptoms, it might be the start of the end for your...
An image built heavily around generosity, charity, and helping people, now attached to a controversial government-backed entertainment push. For some fans, that clash was impossible to ignore. And around that same stretch of controversy, another fight was already brewing, this time over his AI thumbnail generator. Within days, creators were raising alarms after reportedly finding imagery resembling their thumbnails, branding, and logos connected to the tool, with Jacksepticeye among the names pulled into the backlash. The tool was quickly taken down and an apology followed, but by then, the bigger argument wasn't really about whether the software worked. For critics, it fed a much broader concern that had been building for a while. Behind the wholesome, polished MrBeast image was a business machine moving at such ridiculous speed that ethical questions could appear to get handled only after the backlash arrived.
People ask me all the time, Mr. Beast, I want to compete in one of your videos. Well, now you can. This theme park is filled with some of the craziest challenges and most insane prizes we have ever given away. Like all theme parks, we have roller coasters, we have drop towers, we have all that usual stuff. But in Beastland, we also have custom-made games that are inspired off our YouTube channel. This theme park is going to blow your mind, and tickets literally just went live. Beastland opens on November 13th as part of Riyadh season. You can book your tickets through WeBook. Guys, this is going to be awesome. I'll be there opening day. Make sure you buy your tickets before they sell.
Whether that interpretation is fair or not, the perception was getting harder to shake. By this point, critics weren't looking at each controversy as some isolated product headache anymore. And then came Beast Games. The massive competition series that reportedly ran into production problems and contestant safety complaints before audiences even saw the finished show. And soon, even the charity work of the part of the MrBeast brand that many fans had treated as almost untouchable started facing a much brighter spotlight. Reports and critics raised questions about whether some wells funded through his projects in Africa were still working properly or receiving enough long-term maintenance. Similar concerns surfaced around hearing aid giveaways, with some audiologists stressing that hearing devices can require ongoing fitting and follow-up care. Then came questions around house giveaways, with reports that some recipients faced the very real ongoing costs that come with owning and maintaining a home. Life-changing gift, potentially life-changing bills. And that debate over big charitable gestures versus long-term support is still following the brand into Team Water. During the campaign, MrBeast brought streamers onto a live call in front of a massive audience and asked them directly on camera whether they wanted to donate. Critics argued that asking someone to donate live in front of a massive audience didn't feel like much of a choice. It felt like social pressure with studio lighting.
And the best part is, this new method works in every niche. Whether you do gaming, cooking, beauty, this works for all of them. From creating custom results from any channel to literally being able to put your face on a thumbnail, it literally feels like cheating. This is the home of the AI tool where you can type in any channel on all of YouTube and it will use it as inspiration for the thumbnail it's generated.
And that criticism only got louder afterward. Kai Cenat didn't donate during the moment and then faced online accusations of hypocrisy, with later jokes on another stream adding even more heat to the situation. Jinxie also described the setup as uncomfortable and raised a point that stuck with critics. Even if Team Water raised an enormous amount of money, the public credit would likely center heavily on MrBeast, while participating streamers were the ones being put on the spot in front of their audiences. Team Water reportedly raised around $40 million. Questions have also been raised about how completed water projects will be documented and independently verified over time, rather than assuming that an absence of publicly available footage proves the projects don't exist. To be clear, nobody has proven that a single dollar of Team Water money went missing.
I am standing on $5 million, the grand prize of the most insane competition show you've ever seen. And competing for it are these 1,000 contestants!
But critics argued that limited public answers to basic questions about where the money went and what was actually built only created more suspicion. When people are asking for receipts, silence can become its own PR problem. Then Aiden Ross added another twist by publicly apologizing to streamers he felt he had helped pressure into donating. He also reportedly tied his broader apology to seeing proof of the water projects himself, essentially saying he wanted to see the results before putting the controversy completely to bed. And according to critics, the response they wanted wasn't another legal fight. It was something much simpler. Show the completed work and document where the charity money went.
Hey!
What is this? Yeah, there's this charity thing called Team Water, where every dollar donated is a year of clean water for someone in need. And, we're trying to raise money to get people clean water all around the world. It's, a big thing. People die from it. And we were just curious. Your friends here were saying you were a very generous soul.
Instead, the dispute reportedly escalated into defamation litigation. That doesn't prove anything improper happened with the funds. But when transparency is the question on the table, a lawsuit can create a whole new wave of questions. That's why critics keep connecting these stories, even though they involve completely different businesses and circumstances. Massive launch, crazy hype, fans showing up because they trust the name on the front, and then controversy over what happened after the cameras moved on. customer complaints about undercooked food, reports of mold in Lunchly products, crypto transactions questioned by CoffeeZilla, and demands for clearer documentation around charitable projects. So here's the question hanging over all of it. Are these genuinely separate failures hitting one creator across wildly different industries? Or does the speed and scale of the MrBeast business machine repeatedly create the same weakness? Launch huge, move fast, collect the upside. And when something goes sideways, critics argue that customers, partners, or fans are too often left dealing with the fallout.
And if there's videos and pictures of the wells being built and that's different. So where are they? This does not count. This is something you see in a fucking textbook at school. What the fuck, dude? No. Where is it? Where is it? It's 41 million years of water. I know I'll probably get texts and calls, but I don't care. This is a shit show. And I got from my opinion, I did. Don't care my perspective, I did. It was a great stream. I don't take that back. But could have been done better. Also, that. No, hell no. I'm gonna say some shit. I was a condom. I was put on a dick. Threw the condom off. That's me. Throw it in the trash. Said I was gonna be in the videos where everyone's streamer setups were built. All this. Never happened. Never fucking happened. Why? Because sometimes I say things and I'm just authentic. Every single streamer has weird ass allegations, but Aiden Ross is the controversial figure. I'm the fucked up guy, right? When I'm open about everything. Me and my friend group, we show you guys everything, but I'm the fucked up guy. Saikuna, that Asian person, just got caught being a serial cheater. I saw that. And all these guys are all fucked up. But the one thing you'll know about me is I'm fucked up, but I shit when I'm fucked up. These guys don't have backbones, they're pussies. All of them.
And maybe that's the real story underneath all of this. Not that every accusation proves some giant master plan, because it doesn't. Not that every failed product, messy partnership, crypto controversy, or charity question automatically means somebody did something illegal. The bigger issue is trust. And what happens when one person's name becomes powerful enough to sell almost anything before the public has time to look behind the curtain? MrBeast built an empire by convincing millions of people that bigger could also mean better. Bigger videos, bigger prizes, bigger businesses, bigger charity campaigns. But when you operate at that kind of speed, the mistakes get bigger too. And after enough controversies start stacking up, people stop asking what went wrong this time and start asking why the same kinds of questions keep coming back. Maybe every controversy has its own explanation. Maybe some criticism is completely overblown.
And I apologize to every streamer that or every single public figure that I pressured. And I'm sorry to them. And Jimmy, I will apologize to you if you show the proof of the water. It's been almost a year, and I've said this. You don't even have to do it to me. Do it for the people that are saying it's fake, where the water. Please. I've spoken to many people. That's it. That's it. You could shut everybody the fuck up by doing that. I'm sorry to the people that got pressured. I'm sorry about that. Everybody. I was in the wrong. Looking back, I was in the wrong, and I'm taking accountability fully. I'm not folding. No. I'm apologizing to people that I pressured from my network to donate, because that's not right. That's the truth. I feel bad doing that. That's what I'm apologizing for. Oh, my bad. You talking about the MrBeast Prismil? Bro, I got a text about threatening illegal. Try it, bro. Please try it. I swear, bro. I'm begging. Because the motherfuckers that threatened to push legal today, I will win. And you got money, so it's great. Like, please try it, bro. Allegedly, in my opinion, I say it. Rock Nation gave me the fucking key. Try it. I'm not worried.
But when your entire empire runs on audience trust, simply having an explanation isn't always enough. People want receipts, transparency, and follow-through. So what do you think? Is MrBeast simply moving so fast that mistakes are inevitable, or do these controversies point to a deeper problem with how his empire operates? Drop your take in the comments, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe for more, share this video with someone who needs to see the full story, and I'll catch you in the next one.